Guns don't kill anybody. They just don't. Look at this. This gun's been sitting here for how long and hasn't killed anything. It's not even scary. Uh-oh, it's black.
Oh, it's Friday night, and I forgot to turn on my light. Ah, there we go. What's going on? It's weird. Okay, weird. So I clicked the button to switch to the cameras, and on this screen, it switched. But over here on the actual program that I'm using, on actual OBS, it didn't do shit. So I was like, what's going on here? That's what's going on here. It's just being funky. It's being funky is all. It's Friday, baby. One-man show. Greetings and salutations, one-man show. I replied to your email. Go check your inbox if you'd like to see what I done said. Arlene, first one here. Howdy, senorita. It's a pleasure to have you here. That's me telling everyone. I'm going to be here in a sec. Deranged lunatic. How you doing, brother? Offcast. What up, bro? Is that a high five? Woo! Like that? Or is it like a... You know? I actually don't know what the hell those little hands are. But yo, how'd you guys like that clip? Am I coming in okay? Am I coming in all right? Or am I lagging? It feels like I'm lagging. Do I have anything going in the background that's gonna... Okay, let me get rid of that. I do need to update. Okay, well, seems to be leveling out. All right. Anyway, if you weren't here for the very absolute first few seconds of the stream, it started off with a clip from the Facts by How to Hunt. Oh my god, dude, I saw that shit. What he said, he was already being funny, but then he done and said this right here.
Guns don't kill anybody. They just don't. Look at this. This gun's been sitting here for how long and hasn't killed anything. It's not even scary. Uh-oh, it's black.
Bro, he got me. He got me with that one. That shit was too funny. Uh-oh, it's black. That's so good, dude. It's in sign language, an L in front of your head means loser. That's actual sign language? I thought that was slang sign language. Like that started in the 90s. I didn't realize that was actual sign language. When the clip finished, I just said, "Oh my." So when this caught on as like a fad, deaf people were like, "Fuck yeah, we got one. That one's ours." Mm. That's nuts. I didn't know that. When the clip finished, I just said, "Oh my." L was for love. I mean, like my wife's boyfriend. My wife's boyfriend told me L was for love. Off guess, you're not married. Shut the fuck up. You're not married. Oh my god. So tonight I've been digging into a lot of like this hidden human history and the paranormal and like all these things, I've been diving into a lot of that lately, and I've been saying that I want to do a stream where I talk about some of this stuff. But what's it called? It's a lot, it's kind of a lot. So I thought I would just start talking with something I've got questions about or read about, or heard about. It's kind of a central. Okay, it's experiences that tie directly into the nature of reality, and that's really at the core of why some of these technologies have been hidden. Because once you realize, like, wait a second, so you're telling me free energy works, it's that easy, it just works like this and like that because the planet works like this, and this is all science we already know. Are you shitting me with this? Wait, so does that mean? And then people start asking questions, and those questions end with, well, yeah, it's all a sham. Sorry. And so that's why certain technologies are hidden, because from them you can infer the truth about reality. And so I thought I would just kind of start there. Start at kind of a fundamental, and it's a point also in science, that science itself is like, we don't really know, like we know, but we don't, because, mystery. But that's what I want to talk about. My son loves to call people loser because they are clueless. Oh, you mean he does this all the time? They're not clueless. People know. My wife's boyfriend told me you do seem to be a little out of sync, or maybe it's just me. Oh no, I was lagging. I checked. I went to see the stream, and like I did and I was kind of blurry. Yeah, I was lagging. You all ain't seen Dodgeball? Oh, bro, I ain't seen Dodgeball in a minute. What was the quote? Praises. Oh, my wife's boyfriend told me the L was for love. I don't remember that shit from Dodgeball, bro. I'm sorry. It's not, the recall isn't coming to me. Great movie though. That shit's funny. Kai going deep tonight. How many years ahead do you think the government has technology they won't release to the public? That's really a matter of perspective. Because a lot of it is technology that the government has had since the 50s or 60s or 70s. Like they've had this stuff. But it, kind of trickles down in waves, and then there's like, if you think about it, Like once you realize, let's say, once you realize that some of this seemingly magical technology is within reach, you could go to Home Depot right now and buy the parts to create a free energy machine, to create something that harnesses ambient energy. You could do it right now. Then is anyone really ahead? You know what I mean? You just need to understand how it works. And then you go, wait a second. So does that mean if I just hook it up like this here, it'll like if you understand electricity, magnetism, just kind of the basic science that we were all taught. They don't teach things like they used to, do they? But knowing what we know, we could put it together. It's there's a lot of information out there. If you go looking, you start figuring this stuff out. But the thing is, you have to dive into rabbit holes that people say are ridiculous. 1111. You have to. I caught that one, universe. You have to dive into rabbit holes that that you think, man, this shit is crazy. But I know, but this isn't true. This can't be true. And then you watch and you get into it, and then you start connecting dots. One of the questions when I was little, I remember asking my dad, I was watching a movie. What was the movie? It was some old movie about orphans. And there was all these orphans. And I said, why was there so many orphans? And he says, I don't know. It was like a lot of wars and like a depression and stuff. There was a lot of stuff going on back then. And I was like, makes sense. In my head, I was like, makes sense. But then I grow up and I'm looking at the time period. I'm like, what wars? My dad didn't know shit. There wasn't no wars. Not at the time all those orphans were getting passed around through the country. That's weird, isn't it? There's nothing crazy going on yet. There's just shit tons of orphans. Orphans are just falling out the sky, y'all. Where are all these orphans coming from? It's a weird question. It's a weird answer. Because the answer actually is kind of, I haven't quite put that one together. But the further I look into it, the more I learn about other things that were happening, or other questions. Where I go, wait, what year? You can ask yourself, what year was this? Where was this? They built what? They built like little castles, essentially. They were using mansions, massive, epic mansions, to keep orphans and crazy people. They were using them as asylums. Why the fuck would they build them like that? Why would they build so many asylums, or why would they have so many massive buildings and then use them for that? It's some weird shit, man. But you got to ask yourself questions, and you can't just take the surface answer, because if you start digging into that surface answer, you realize it's total bullshit. You do seem, that's from earlier. How many years ahead? Oh yeah, so like it's essentially 0 to 200, 0 to 400. Hola, pendejos. What's happening? Sister Mary, 6-gun on her cell phone. Whoops. Just raise the sensitivity on my mouse. What if the government gets their tech from an outer source? Possible. Likely. I also see, look at, let's say, okay, what's an outer source? Because like, let's say people that say, oh, I saw like a vision of a thing and I made it, and they understand how it works. But what do you mean you saw a vision of this? Oh, I saw it fully put together, nuts and bolts, every single part of it. Like there's people that happens. You go, what the fuck? You didn't have to sit there and like figure out, you didn't go into it going, I'm going to make a thing that does this and then design that. You just, boom, done. Complete invention dropped into your brain. Yup. Okay. That sounds like an outer source to me. I guess Mary. It could. Are you on live chat, Hoff? What's it called? You gotta look at the top. There's top chat. Oh, I'm in top chat right now. There you go. Now I'm in live chat. But here in the back, I see everything. So that's usually the issue. Sometimes I'm like, but I don't see the person in chat. Oh, I gotta fix my shit. Is that Doc Brown? Oh yeah, speaking of Doc Brown. Just like Doc Brown. Time is also a big crux at the center of all this stuff. Because, you know, once you come to understand the nature of time, you start to realize things about reality and about life. For example, we've all had deja vu in the Matrix. They say they changed something in the Matrix, so look around. But people will have a dream, then that dream will happen. They'll go, what the fuck? I just boom. And I knew that was going to happen. They're thinking it as they're watching it happen. They're like, don't do that. Oh, and then that's going to happen. And then they take a step back, and then sure enough, the thing happens, you know, everything just like in their dream. And people wonder, how is that possible? Because, like, it hasn't happened yet. Here's the thing. I don't think the future exists. Well, actually, the future does not exist. The past does not exist. Only now exists. The moment of now. Everything that has ever happened and will ever happen happened right now. You know what I mean? There's no, oh, this happened like later. No. This happened now. It will happen later. Has not happened yet. When it happens, it's going to happen now. So now is the only actual moment in time. Now is like the lens through which we see the animation flipping by. Now doesn't change. Now is the only time that actually exists. Everything else is on a spectrum. Everything else is essentially on a frequency band, and you're tuning into a different time of it. And you, us, we, our bodies, our physical selves are synced up to a moment, to a now. Whenever we dropped into now, it's like boop, and then that's where we're tied in. But our mind is not tied to the moment. Our mind can relive something from the past, and it can affect us physically. Our minds are not, it doesn't come from our brain. All these near-death experiences where surgeons are like, there's no way you know this. She's like, and the people, you know, that they got the surgeons are like, bruh, I saw you pick up your pen. I saw this one do this and say this shit. I saw this one over here. You know, they fucking line all that up. They're like, you were brain dead. That's not possible. It's not possible if you think that consciousness emanates from the brain like a fountain, like water from a fountain. That's not how it works. Consciousness does not come from the brain. The brain is just essentially the anchor keeping the mind here. It's, you know, or else it could fly off. Our mind is our consciousness, our awareness, our consciousness, our sense of self, all that. So our brain is just like the thing that keeps it bunk. It keeps it here in the physical. We're in like the here and now. But our minds are timeless. You'd better hope none of my dreams become real. Yeah, I know that feeling. Roll with it, Hoff. Good advice. Good advice, one-man show. I feel like I'm more head bump away from being a genius myself. Now is now. That's funny to know how true that could be. There's that guy that was like always in jail or whatever. That guy that was, I guess he was kind of a fuck up. And then he got stabbed or he got in a fight. He got this wicked head injury. And when he woke up, they managed to save him. And when he woke up, he was like, hey doc, where did all these like lines and shit come from? And the doctor's like, what are you talking about? He goes, there's math like all around me. He was literally seeing math, bro. Literally seeing, okay, this to this is this much. This is the what's it called? The ratio of this. This is the pattern of this is the seeing it everywhere all around him. And this dude who had never done, who was dude not a math person. Nope. He was sitting there, started doing math. He's like, this, no, what the fuck? This is weird, man. I gotta figure this shit out. He just starts doing math. So yeah, you're like a head injury away from having a superpower. Now is now. Oh no, I hope you figured out. Someone hid me on one of my favorite channels. Took a month for channel creator to figure it out and unhide me. That sucks. Yeah, I had some petty bitch do that. One man show dreaming about Kai. That's weird. That's fucking funny. David Frank, how you doing? David Frank, the Adjustment Bureau. I haven't seen the Adjustment Bureau. Can't say I dream of Kai. Nope, can't say that. No, you can't say it, can you? Good day. Hey, always censored. How you doing? Good day. Was attacking the baby triffids in the backyard. Ah, okay. And that backyard's plural. Okay. Arlene, I think Hofcast says, Arlene, I think I was mistaken, but I do see a big adjustment on YouTube happening as we speak. A big adjustment? What are you talking about, Hoff? Been spending a few decades making my dreams real. Nice. Good. Get it, always censored. Then why should Kai hope your dreams don't come true? I think he means we in general, like you in the general sense, not me specifically. One man show, dream better dreams. So one man show is like, my dreams suck. They're scary. You don't want them to be real. And always censored is like, have you tried harder? The problem with being smart is no one understands you. Yep. That's why I learned. You know what's funny? Everywhere I go, people tell me I talk weird. Even when I was in Southern California, people are like I would tell people where I'm from, they're like, you just talk weird. Like, you don't sound like you're from around, you from here, from there, for whatever. I was like, But I talk the way I talk because it reaches a wide audience. I can express, difficult, complex ideas and reach a lot of people. Some of my dreams are rather Lovecraftian. Ooh, you dream about that Japanese tentacle porn. All right. Now we know why they shouldn't come true. Jedi Bill. How you doing, Jedi Bill? How you doing? What's going on? Lag? Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna play a little something real quick. Damn, yeah, this shit is lagging. What the fuck, dude? All right, give me a second, everybody. How much time do I need? Where is this? All right, yeah, here. Let's do this one.
Go, Pals, go.
You ready?
Yeah. Go, Pals, go.
He's about to start it. Oh! There it is! There it is! There it is! There it is! He's going and going. Energize the body! That's what I'm talking about. Keep it going! Keep it going! Keep it going! You got it! You got it! You got it! Oh, sh**! Oh, sh**!
All right, just in time. Pull these arms down. Pull these chair arms down. Excuse-moi. Man, a ray of hope. How you doing, brother? I will tell you this. I've been reading tarot cards for almost 2 years. Once you start doing readings and you would shocked. Once you start doing readings, you would be shocked how often things can line up with a reading. It's unsettling. Yeah, man, it's nuts. It is really crazy once you see things, you go, wow, that's on the money. The problem with being smart is most of them aren't as smart as they think they are. There's also that. I've known a lot of those people. See, that's why I just pretend I'm dumb, and then people show their cards. Hey, Erica, how you doing? Dumbing oneself down is a learned skill. True. But it can be very handy. I remember one time there was this guy trying to... I was at a convention. There was this girl. She texted me. She says, hey, this guy is being like really weird and really aggressive and etc. And I don't want, like, I'm here. I'm staying with here, whatever, etc., etc. Please make sure this guy does not, come into the building. And I was like, you got it. And sure enough, that guy came to me because he knew that I wasn't into her. And so I was drunk, but I wasn't that drunk. I wasn't as drunk as I pretended to be, but I got everything just right and wrong enough for him to be like, fuck, you drunk son of a bitch, I'm trying to get laid. Like, I knew better. And as soon as, I was also sober enough to recognize his behavior and the way he was saying, I was like, this guy's being a creeper. YouTube has adjusted to shadow banning in a way that keeps people in an echo chamber via algorithms. Yeah, that's not surprising. There was somebody, I remember what stream I was watching, that people were talking about how they have multiple accounts and they follow multiple different kinds of things, or else they just don't get shown it at all by YouTube. YouTube just doesn't even show it to them. I moved away from my teeny tiny hometown, got an education, came back and learned real fast to dumb down my speech. Another thing though is I'm constantly changing my the videos I'm watching. So like right now I'm not watching as much entertainment and stuff as I used to. I'm watching different things. So I'll be watching along a certain vein, and then I'll shift my interests go down this way, and then I'll shift my interests go down this way. So that I'll gradually change my algorithm over time. I moved away from my teeny tiny hometown, got an education, came back and learned real fast. Oh yeah. The problem with being smart is when everyone tells you you're not that smart and you start to believe them. That's another thing. Yeah. People, a lot of times, it's like when people say, oh, you just have to be right. Like, no, I don't have to be right. I was right. You were a dick about it. And I'm just pointing out that I tried to save you money. People, they take it personal, as if you being right. You know what it is that they recognize how often they're wrong. You always have to be right. What the fuck are you talking about? I was trying to warn you. I was trying to help you. You're over here being a dick. On my show, never learned to talk stupid. Big pain when the boss is around. On my show, been there. Am there right now again. Dumbing yourself down is something someone does to avoid being socially inept uber dork. Blah. Something someone does to avoid being socially inept uber dork douchebag. Yeah. Yeah, if you're like a socially inept, like if you can dumb yourself down so you're not a fucking uber dork douchebag, then you're okay. I'm gonna fucking dumb myself down and be like, yeah, I watch sports ball. It's always an advantage to be underestimated. Yeah. thinking strategically. I do the same thing. I play vulnerable to see who tries to take advantage, then I know who's more trustworthy. Yep. Yeah, I definitely it's smart to definitely like there's a difference between testing people because it's smart to test people too. To be like, I don't know what this person's like under certain conditions, and I want to see if I can trust them more. You know, you can do little things like taking away their YouTube wrench or doing other little things that reveal a person's character and see what happens. Other times it's just the way you behave and the way you act, and then people perceive what they perceive and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna get this one. Intelligence is often repressed. It is unfortunate that the gifted are pinned down rather than being allowed to fly. Yeah, 100%. Especially in the modern day, it's like it used to be good to be smart, but nowadays it's you know you get shit on for it. Do tarot predict or do you manifest what you see? It's not always predictions. Sometimes it's telling you what's going on right now, but like from a different context and being encouraging or saying, watch out for, hey, you're trying to do this right now. Watch out for people that are doing that. And you go, how the fuck did the cards know I'm trying to do that shit right now? Like you look up the meaning. It's like, are you trying to start an e-commerce business? It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it's that uncanny how accurate they are. With a population of 8 billion, more smart people are alive than all of history. If only most weren't distracted. I don't know about all of history. We've had a few cataclysms. Mankind's been wiped out a few times. Yeah, I hate that shit. But yeah, you're right, maybe. Yeah, I hate that shit. They think it's about ego when it is just interesting. Yeah, when it's just interesting. Yeah, right? People get all caught up in their ego. Yeah, just sharing knowledge. I hear you. What up, Andrew Aterno? How you doing, man? I don't think I said hi yet. I dress and look scruffy. Go hair long. I prefer to give different first impressions camouflage. See, I'm always me, and people like see different things in me, and their reaction to me tells me a lot about them. I just be myself. Like and sometimes like there's a different like all I might obscure knowledge, but like generally my personality is all me. I'm always myself. So we censored just FYI, my parting words to my last Joe job boss were no raise, me not drone. Fuck you, I'm out. I packed my desk and was out in under 20 minutes. Damn, in under 20 minutes. No one likes the guy who has to prove he's the smartest in the room. No one finds that endearing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. The whole has to prove thing is stupid. But yeah, give different first impressions, camouflage. Yeah, it's smart not to like overplay your hand, not to like just be like, oh hey, I'm this and that, and I do these things professionally, and I have these skills, and I know these people, and I know all this stuff, and people go, really? That's when people they go, oh, this guy doesn't shut his fucking mouth. I wonder what else he knows, and they try to get everything they can out of you. But yeah, generally, like what's funny is people's first impressions are gonna be what they are, no matter what, and you can always flip it on them. But it is if you date computers. Intelligence is not a substitute for a personality. It is if you date computers. That's fucking funny. One man show. Done that so many times, but now I am more stubborn and got family to provide for. Taking a lot of crap in the past year. One boss gone, one more to go. Now got government investigating them for me. Nice. Good shit, always censored. Yeah, you played the long game, man. You played it smart. Way to go. Good for you, man. Dude, I need to play a little something for you. Play a little something to celebrate that kick-ass shit. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What do I play?
How do I reach these kids?
I know, right? Yeah, you know what? I think I'll play this one.
And what a game here as Johnson kicks towards the goal, and oh my god, Singh makes a fantastic save. But I believe he hit his nuts on the goalpost. He is down. Let us have a closer look at instant replay. Not only just self-sacrifice on this play, but sacrificing future generations as well. Obviously going all out for his team, saving the ball right here, but also losing 2 on the play, putting his balls on the line. Let us have a moment of silence for this man's fallen brothers. As you see right here, he got to the ball and so did...
Unfortunately, I never got the family card to land in my favor. Fortunately, that removes a huge chunk of manipulative leverage from my life. 13 years ago, foo, gone in 2 minutes. 13 years ago, F you, gone in 2 minutes, I guess is what you're saying. I learned to try and keep people at arm's length, but trying don't always mean you're going to succeed. Yeah, that's the thing. I like people. I like making friends. I like bringing people together and helping people up. Like sometimes people are just going through a hard time. Sometimes people are just shit. And you got to learn to tell the difference. Because people that are shit, they act nice. They act like they're there for you. But they're always asking for shit. They may tell decently funny jokes and be like, hey, I'm here for you guys. I'm a friend, hey, yada, yada, yada. But then they'll go off on their friends for doing shit that they do. Then they'll go and be burning bridges left and right. Yeah. Fucking fake ass fools. Trying to beat the system, get a bigger system. It's like that YouTuber that like stream snipes because he's your friend. You know what I mean? He's stream sniping you because you're friends. We're friends. It's fine. I'm stream sniping you. Like, bitch, what? You're making it weird, man. But yeah, so trying to beat the system, get a bigger system. Wish I had thought of it, but I have a very smart doctor. Suspected he had seen it before. Get a bigger system. Wish I had thought of it. Okay. Oh, I see. So your doctor recognized what was happening and was like, oh, all right, so do this, do that, and you followed your doctor's instructions, and now you, okay, cool, dude, fucking fantastic. Yeah, it's that's the problem. Sometimes people don't realize that things are mega illegal or that things are super shady happening right in front of them. They don't have a clue. They go, hey, what's the? Oh, that's just da da da. Oh, that's okay, cool. You can just move along. You got an explanation. You don't think about the bigger picture. So yeah, that's good. Good for you, man. Good for your doctor. That's the scary part. Sociopaths use your own empathy and kindness against you, so you always risk meeting someone who's a backstabber like that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I've had like. I don't think I had really experienced anyone like this until the last few years. That's when I started meeting I had a sociopath for a roommate. That was my first experience. Then I became keenly aware of some of these traits. And it was sadly I noticed it in people that I wouldn't have expected to notice it in before. But yeah, man. And as someone who tries to be kind and have empathy for people, like, it's fucked up to realize that. Like, it's hard being rude to people, and manipulative people will use that against you. Oh yeah, that's why I stopped giving a shit about being rude to people. That's why I'll say something, people are like, bro, what? It's not the time or the place. Nope. They brought this up right now. It's happening right now. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I embarrass everyone here. We're doing it. I have no problem being rude to people. Yeah. Yep. And they employ the empaths to manipulate and understand you to minimize the problem for them. Yeah, exactly. They manipulate empathetic people. They go, oh, it's just, my life has been so hard. It's this happening and that happened. And it's just now it's like it's so hard after so many years. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your life is so fucking hard, you little bitch. Oh, and then they go to you. They're like, dude, you need to have more empathy. Fuck you. I've known them longer than you, piece of shit. Yep, and they employ the empaths. Yeah, exactly. They fucking target other people to manipulate you. And and then you think you're crazy. You think you're the one that's like being unreasonable. Yeah, I'm afraid of getting a criminal record. That's why I'm not rude. So what I do now is pretend like I'm being attacked. LOL, and people leave you alone. That's funny, dude. I tend to get a very specific reaction from people when I step up in public. So I'm not concerned. Also, generally, if I step up in public, everyone around me is going to be on my side. I'm not worried about the cops looking at me sideways. You know what I'm saying? I go, oh, everyone here is clearly angry at this person. I'm all clear to step in and put a stop to this. And then there we go. Because even if everyone is against you, if no one's stepping up, those people, they feel empowered. They're like, yeah, that's right. I do, like, nope. Soon as someone steps up, ooh, shuts them down. So I pretend like they're the ones attacking me. I tell people that, wait, I have their number right here. Go ahead and call them. Yeah, right? Yeah, go ahead, call them. Everything here has been completely on my side of the law. Or I've been on the right side of the law. The law has been on my side of everything that's happened here. There we go. I got the sentence right. First try. Now I get to see my doctor every 2 weeks, and the government pays for it. First visit to shrink next Tuesday. Government paid for 2. Australia is socialist country, but once you are in the medical system, they do look after you. See, that's why, like, if we treat that like a mechanism in a game and apply it in smart places, that's what happens. You get fucked, but then you're okay. Your quality of life is fine. You can get the therapy, the physical, the hospital. You need everything. That's all. Those are all good things. The other shit, not so much. Just for everyone to love me, they always do. Hey, Elroy, how you doing, Elroy Shredding? People are why I am no longer upset about being homebound, says Arlene. I can simply turn the computer off when someone is being a peckerhead. Andrew says, yeah, I gotta start wearing a body cam. Yeah, you gotta take it all the way, Andrew. Friends are nice until you become inconvenient, become a burden at your own risk. That's true. That is a risk. Some people, as soon as you're inconvenient, they say nice things, but when it's time to act, they're not there. Why am I talking when Kai is on? Captain Raid. Hey, Captain Infinity, how you doing, man? Thanks for the raid, brother. And hello to anyone that came over. How odd. The wooden trim piece just fell out of my office door's base. Really? Like, without provocation? Like nothing else was happening, and then the wooden trim piece just came off? Interesting. The empathy told me everyone must multitask. The empathy told me everyone must multitask. BS on that. Oh, son of a bitch. How am I already out of water? Did my research. They haven't given me any projects to distract me. So now my brain has been unleashed on them. The empathy told me everyone must multitask. The empathy? What the fuck is the empathy? You make it sound like an AI overmind. The empathy will force you to care. I guess the door was made in America. Ouch, bro. Like if it was made in America in your region, it's supposed to be pretty well made, okay? And because I would also imagine it's older. Like once someone yelled something at me, I cussed him out back. And 20 minutes later, I got pulled over, and the cop said someone called and said I'm yelling at people. Like, bro, you yelled at me. Yelled at me first. That's fucking retarded. Yeah, dude, that's fucking dumb. What? Multitasking is hazardous to concentration. No, nothing else was happening. It simply fell off. Hey, actually, you know what? Now it's not a good time to tell you that. So now I'm like, all right, I'm going to play victim so I can always deny any accusation. Unfortunately, the law is set up exactly that way, Andrew. It is set up specifically for people who behave like that to like be on their side. That's why people go, I'm not dealing with this, and they just leave. Task switching is counterproductive, and I have the links in research now. Courtney, courtesy of their own training videos. That reminded me of a cool movie, The Entity. I don't think I've heard of The Entity, but I'm gonna take another $5. Y'all. So not a $5, like a 30 to 60 seconds. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this real quick.
Category is people who annoy you. Niggers. Huh? Oh, naggers, of course. Naggers. Right. Can we cut to,
Yeah, tomorrow or the day after, definitely. Yes. Oh, okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait, I need another clip. I need another clip. Where is it? No, I do needs it. Son of a bitch, who are you? All right. We're not an hour in, but you know what? It's time, everybody. It's time.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
All right, everybody. I'm back. Task switching, like what I just did right now. Shit. That reminds me of a cool movie yet to have not seen. The Entity. YouTube spell check. The empath, health, and well-being person. What? Health and well-being person. I don't know if that sentence came out right. Emma Brock, how you doing, Emma? Can you put to rest the rumor that you have shaved your chest? Please, no. Yeah, no, that's a lie. That's That is an absolute fiction. We're headed into summertime, Emma. We're headed in, I mean, winter time. We're headed into winter time. So I needs my warmth, all right? This here rug under my shirt is gonna keep my internal organs nice and warm and insulated. Yeah, how does such a rumor get started? Indeed, I call shenanigans. But you know what? Come post winter, maybe because it gets hot. Tennis ball against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. But yeah, man, I'm only that scared because I went to jail for fighting like 8 years ago. I'm afraid to jaywalk now. You went to jail once? Well, I mean, I guess. Scared straight. Records suck. Hey, Phil, how you doing, man? Don't you hate it when you go to pour a cup of coffee and you find out you only have half a cup left? Jeez, yeah, man. I went to serve myself ice cream one time, and I realized I only had like a little bit left, not like a big bowl of it like I wanted. Very disappointing. So I can relate exactly, just not with coffee. Stay out of trouble, kids. Are you out of here, Andrew? Buenas noches, amigo. People are why COVID lockdown had no effect on me. I used to go months without talking. You're like, man, I don't even deal with people. He didn't show. He did shave. Criminal. I don't show. Hey, Steeg, how you doing? I mean, I could, but I've said when I get to 1,000, if I make it to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a shirtless stream. So, I mean, you know what? If you want to see for yourself, Emma, you know the goal. I hope you're well too, Steeg. What's happening, brother? You going for a hike? Or you hanging out here with us for a little bit? I'm chilling, Andrew. Good. Only half cup coffee should be a crime. The lockdown just gave me more time to game. Yeah, for me, I finished my book. I started doing the YouTubes. And then I got drunk and forgot. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? And then I figured that out. Yeah, I was like, bro, they said 2 weeks. Like, I was stoked for 2 weeks. I thought it was going to go like a month. Like, they say 2 weeks, but I feel it's going to be like a month. And so I took the first week off, and then the second week I started working. It took me about a month, or it took me more than a month to finish the first thing I needed to do, and then I was just on it after that. Pretty much from when lockdown started, I think in March. It was like in March. From March to October, I was working on publishing my book, and then after that, like I was worn out after that though. I was worn the fuck out because I was months of just hammering away on that shit. Oh my god, dude, I was burnt out. And so over time, once I was unburnt out, now I've done updates to it. I done updated. Oh no, I didn't. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to update the ebook, but I did the formatting stuff. Haven't done the ebook yet. I haven't had ice cream about a year. Don't miss it. Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Feels like a crime. Once that I must rectify before someone calls the cops on me. Fur for subs. Eye of Anna. Ooh, pretty. Eye of Anna. That reminds me, Jedi Bunny told me I need to send a picture of my eyes to Anna, that Star Wars girl, for her eye project. I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, I don't want that record. Thanks, Elroy. 1 second, everybody.
Where is that pussy cancer anyway? Well, we couldn't find cancer, but we found a man with cancer. Take that, cancer, and that.
Thanks, Elroy. Now I have an ice cream craving. Actually, I think that's kind of my fault. I brought up the ice cream. Damn it. I don't have ice cream either. I wonder if the gas station has any decent ice cream. They're open 24 hours. I'll walk my ass down there at 2 a.m. when I'm done here. What good wussy does to a man? It'll keep you from jobs and stuff. What? That doesn't even make sense. Because you need the job to, or she's going to get mad at you. You know what I mean? I mean, unless like she's a lot older and is like, don't worry about the job. What? Those are just hours that you're taking away from me. I was homebound before the lockdown, so nothing changed. Oh, no, for me, it was the opposite. I'm an extrovert, and I was around people all the time, and I had been depressed because a friend of mine died, and so I was finally coming out of that when the lockdowns happened. So, very bad for me. You live in a desert now. How cold could it get? Deserts get cold, bro. Do you not know how deserts work? They get cold at night. Deserts can get cold at night. Say that. It's snowed here before. Like, I guess like 10 years ago or something, it snowed here. But yeah, man. It can get pretty cold. The range in temperature is pretty extreme. During the lockdowns, I invested in stocks and made $2,000 in a few days. Nice, funny. Now I'm working full time. Don't have time to trade. Lame. Yeah, maybe if you would have kept it up, you wouldn't need the job anymore. Stepping away briefly to address coffee crisis. Alrighty, dude. You know the other crazy thing is how much cops plant drugs on people. Yeah, man, that is a big problem. Manaray, you ever been in desert at night? Imagine getting wrongfully accused. I love it. Yeah, dude, I've been there. I love it when comments get taken out of context. Deserts get cold at night. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. It was tough when it happened. I missed out on some very sexy opportunities because I was depressed. Yes, deserts can get really cold. Accused based on opinion. I have the actual evidence. The question is, will it be looked at? Monkey Jeebus, how you doing, Monkey Jeebus? Yeah, in Andrew's scenario where the guy called the cops on him and he's like, he was yelling at me. I'd be like, look, bro, this incident happened over here. So these people saw it happen. Why don't you go ask them if, you know, if what I'm saying is true? I'll come with you. Let's go together. Let's hold hands. Yeah, it was really cold. Accused based on, oh wait, where the fuck? There I am. Soon I will descended into the underworld, then the heat and cold of the surface world will not be my concern. I saw UFOs tonight. Ooh, nice. What? Bro, share. Because we're talking about the nature of reality and consciousness tonight. So yeah. Oh wait. Well, I guess we've been on a bit of a break. If I dive into it. Well, okay, so what's so UFOs? All right. We know they're real. We know they're out there doing shit. But you know, what's their, like, some people say that they're like, no, extraterrestrials are demons. Like, demons? Really? Why do you think that? Well, because, and they say things like they'll talk to you in your mind, which is the thing that Sabe or Sasquatch also does. They'll talk to you in your mind, and they'll disguise themselves as other things. Also a thing that Sabe do. Sabe will turn into tree stumps and deer and squirrels and like animals, and they'll just turn into animals, you know, and run around and do shit. But like, then I've heard some abduction stories where people are like, oh yeah, I was a little kid, and to me it looked like they were like these big teddy bears. But then when I grew up and I did a regression hypnosis therapy, I saw that they were like gray aliens. I'm like, oh, that might make people think they're demons. Designed Earthship home in 1977, same temperature year round. You're in Earthship home? Nice, dude. Same temperature year round. That's badass. They were orange and hovering, then started moving fast and took off. Sick. The name of Jesus makes them stop, I heard. Yeah, I've actually heard that a few times too. That from alien abductions and from Sasquatch encounters, that when they call for Jesus or literally anything supernatural, when people start going, oh shit, I am fucked. Jesus, now would be a good time to answer one of my prayers because I'm mega fucked, bro. And they're like, please save me, in the name of Jesus, etc. And then shit just backs off. Aliens, whatever it is, they back off. Sometimes in a couple stories I've heard people say, the people said, I swear I saw an angel. So Jesus just goes, hey, can you handle that? Sheesh, giant girthy fingers. Invoking Jesus' name will stop the bad ones. Most UFOs are made in the USA. I do agree that a number of the UFOs that we see are ours. We've reverse engineered or developed our own stuff, etc. The big triangular ones, those are us, for sure. UAPs over Ukraine making the news. Well, yeah, if there's real nuclear threats, they're going to stop that from happening. That's the thing. Nuclear explosions cause problems outside of the third dimension. Like there's 3D, and then there's all these other layers to reality. And nuclear explosions, cause problems elsewhere. That's why, what's that clip? I am Destroyer of Worlds. He was saying that because at that point, the president had met with some extraterrestrials, and they had explained, hey, could you please stop? And so, like, yeah, there has been instances in the past where a UFO just flies by, shoots a laser, flies around a missile, shoots another laser, flies around, shoots another laser, and then flies off. And the missile is deactivated. Yeah, all you need to do is open your heart to him. It's crazy how can you feel evil? Wait, it's crazy how can you feel evil energy run in fear from God's presence? I got 18 people here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Always we're talking. Right now I'm mostly addressing the chat, but if you want me to specifically talk about the things in the subject, go ahead and say something in the chat, and that'll steer me back in the direction. Earthships are wonderful. Mike Reynolds helped my mom design one in Wyoming. That's cool. I don't know who Mike Reynolds is, but that's awesome. Carrie Underwood said, Jesus, take the wheel, and then she didn't crash. All right, I don't know who that is. So I know who Carrie Underwood is, but I don't know did she die in a car crash or... Because rest in peace if she did. She didn't. Good. Nah, she's still alive. Good. Awesome. Older, wiser woman to keep my company and to sit upon my face. Yes, Kai, I see your point. Well said. I hope she said it in a southern accent. The southern accent takes it up a notch or 10, doesn't it? Designed, never made. I live in the future. It takes years, decades to catch up. What? Designed, never made. I live in the future. It takes years, decades to catch up. What do you mean? You haven't made the Earth home yet? No, I don't follow that. There. TR3B is ours. Yep. Captain Finity, popcorn. Thanks, Captain Finity. Because hold on, I need some water. Because interdimensional beings can get killed by nuclear weapons. They put ripples through time. How they put ripples through time? Because interdimensional beings can get killed by nuclear weapons. Oh, okay. They put ripples through time. What do you mean they put ripples through time? How so? Because everything that any large event that happens puts ripples through time. That's why you can sense an event before it happens, because essentially it's a big peak in consciousness. All consciousness is focused on this one thing, and that moment it's like a peak like this, and it comes out in both directions. And so before something happens, you can get a sense of what's going to happen, because very soon everyone's attention is going to be focused on that. And so, at least with big events, you know what I mean? Smaller events put out smaller ripples. Demons can come from space. Why not? Sorry, it's like a drunkard wrote it. No, she's alive. Okay, good. What is your Instagram, please? If you just scroll down, there should be a link in to my Instagram in the chat, or in the description. Make it easy for you if you can just click on it. Chris Longfellow. Howdy, Chris Longfellow. Hello, first time here. Captain Infinity sent me. Thanks so much. Oh, awesome. Kick ass, dude. Well, thanks for hanging out, Chris. I hope you're having fun. Mike Reynolds making his dream real way before me. The funniest. Okay, yeah. So you haven't made your Earthship yet. Gotcha. The funniest part is I was talking about Carrie Underwood, but it's funnier this way. Man crashes. Wait, sorry. Car crashes, says Monkey Jeebus. Car crashes are the only thing that hurt me, but even then I healed. The butterfly effect. Yep. I see your socials now. Never mind. Lived in cabin in the mountains surrounded by huge trees. Lived in cabin on an island. Still haven't tried desert. I mean, like a cabin in the desert's probably not the same. We drove down. If I was gonna build honestly, the smart way to build in a desert is underground. Like, dig down, build yourself a nice 2-story house with an earth dome roof, and there you go. You're good, because the temperature is going to be cooler. You don't have to worry about about it being so hot. And you can get natural sunlight. You can just diffuse it through mirrors and deflect it through into the walls, so then the whole house is automatically lit. Saving on the energy bill. Lived in a cabin in the mountains surrounded by huge trees. Lived in cabin on an island. I already read that. We drove down to tacos and toured several. They were absolutely gorgeous. You toured tacos? Taos. Wait, what? We drove down to Taos and toured several. Always censored. Cabins? Oh, okay, cool. Nukes, ripples through time and space that or destructive. Did interdimensional beings are around us all the time, and they get killed by the perturbations, the ripples. Oh, I see. So the interdimensional beings that are just casually living their freaking lives all around us, when a nuke goes off, that essentially has a shockwave that ripples through the area and kills them all. Okay. That's why they moved it out to like an island in the middle of nowhere. They're like as isolated as they possibly could. Because they're like, okay, there's no interdimensional beings over here. Let's just get far away. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. So they accidentally killed when they popped off that nuke in like New Mexico. They probably accidentally killed a bunch of interdimensional beings, or not. Would it be in New Mexico? Yeah, we tested them before we dropped them in Japan, right? I would imagine we tested them. But yeah, as soon as that popped off, there was essentially a mass destruction of interdimensional beings in an area, and they were like, what the fuck just happened there? Everyone just died. Okay. Very, very nearly bought Kit Dome home. Job change spiked that dream. Ah, bro, dome homes are sick. I'd love a dome home. Like a dome home with an underground area, that'd be great. The sea is silent. In what did I say? Carrie Underwood? Ari Underwood? Underground homes would be good for the nuclear war. Yeah, there are neat pictures of the tests. The one from Oak Ridge wasn't tested. Nice. I want a lit house. No, in Taos. Got you. In Taos. Okay. Well, yeah, that's another thing. Like people don't realize that we're surrounded by interdimensional beings at all times. All the time. They're all around us. There could be one just floating by and just like stops to like just watch you do the YouTubes. Just goes, all right, just like floats off to do whatever they're doing. They might not even realize we're here. We might be right next to them, and they don't have a clue because they don't give a shit. But I wonder like how much does our I mean, like, how much do they sense our consciousness? You know what I mean? If they're on that level. Jack Stafford, how you doing, Jack? I think that's the first time I've seen you here. Yeah, nukes tested in Alamogordo. The white sand fucks with your head because you are thinking snow, but it's like 130 degrees. Oh, shit. Damn. I heard from someone that's basically what psychedelics are, especially LSD. You're viewing the spirit world. Yeah, psychedelics are definitely they're definitely connecting you to the greater reality. The there are people who take psychedelics and then meet extra dimensional beings while they're on psychedelics, like be it mushrooms or LSD or DMT or whatever. People meet extra dimensional beings and have conversations with them, have realizations with them, have like and there's all you can look up the different kinds of entities that people meet and interact with when they're on psychedelics. And there's a wide range, like genies, for example. Where the term genius comes from. Genies, I guess, will like examine you and determine whether or not you're worth their time. And if they think you are, then they're kind of like the genie from Aladdin, where they're like zipping around. They're like behind you all of a sudden. They're like, so, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And then, you're talking to a genie now. They don't grant wishes. I have never actually dealt with one, but we can, if you guys want, we can look at all the different kinds of entities that people encounter when they're on psychedelics, because that shit is fascinating. But there's like fairies, there's those genies, there's like machine elves. Those sound cool. Break on through to the other side. Love New Mexico. So weird. Fun shit there. But the White Sands Desert looks like the Arctic, but hot as fuck. I've driven through it. I've driven through there. I have family in New Mexico, actually. But I've driven through the White Sands area. It looks crazy. I've never actually gone and stood in the sand and all that, but it's nuts, man. It looks nuts. The salt flats too looks crazy. Toad kissing is better than LSD. So they say. But you need to be nice or else Lovecraftian side effects. What? Really? So what? for real, man? It's like if you need to be nice, like you need to be in a good state of mind, or you need to be nice to the frog, or you need to be like a nice person. Because if you're like, no, I'm an asshole, and you do the toad kissing, and it's like, nope, you're gonna have a bad trip, bro. But if you're like a decent person, is it based on your character? Like what? Or is it? Are you a dick to the frog? because I could see that. Oh, Captain Finity sent me. Oh, rock and roll, man. Yo, thanks, Captain Finity, for all the love, man. DMT is ultimate. I have not tried DMT. I grew up in a haunted house. We will just coexist like it was normal. So I think just about anything is possible when it comes to interdimensional and extraterrestrial. Yeah, that's you can coexist. You can talk. You can communicate with them. They can hear you. I have a friend that was telling me about this house that she lived in when she was little. Somebody had died in there because of a contamination from the restroom. Something like essentially they had dialysis, and something from their dialysis thing got contaminated in the restroom, and so the ghost, the spirit, haunted that apartment and was always trying to keep them out of the bathroom. So like literally they tried to open the door and it wouldn't open because one of the drawers from the bathroom had just pulled itself open and was now blocking the door. And so they had her dad had to come in through the window to close it and open the door. But they would close the door of the bathroom, and then that would happen. It was trying to keep them out of the bathroom to protect them. But it is annoying when you can't get into your own restroom. So yeah, like you can coexist. I heard another haunted house story. I was not able to find it when I went looking for it again, but it was fucking fascinating. This family moved into this house. Then one day, the grandma screams. I've told this story on here before, but I got some new people. The grandma screams, and the family goes rushing into the living room. Like, what happened? She was in her rocking chair. She says, 3 shadowy figures walked into the house, walked into the living room, stopped, looked at me, and then ran out of the house. And everyone's like, are you kidding me? She says, no, I'm not shitting you. That just happened. And after that, they started noticing footsteps and noises and those things. They're like, oh, the house is haunted. We never noticed before. The house is okay. But nothing really ever was a problem. And so they just thought the house was haunted. Then one day, I think the grandson or something, or the 3 guys walk into the house. And they walk through the living room, and they look over and they see sitting in grandma's chair. This is after grandma had passed. This is years later. Grandma was dead. They see a visage of grandma sitting in the chair looking at them, and they freak out and they run outside. And then once they're outside catching their breaths, one of the guys goes, dude, do you realize that we just did the thing that my grandma said she saw years ago? We 3 freaking dudes walked into the living room, looked at her, freaked out, and ran outside. We just did it. So it wasn't that the house was haunted. It was that the house was located on top of or near a temporal weak spot. So there was a weak spot in time. Remember in the beginning of the show how I was talking about how all of time is how it happens now? There is no future. There is no past. It's all happened now. So essentially, there was a little bit of a vibrational issue or a discrepancy. There was something funky about geospatially where they were that caused interactions between different time periods. And that's how it looked to them. They looked kind of like ghosts or shadowy figures. But it was them and in different times. So when they would hear footsteps, when they would see like all those weird little things, that was just them living their lives in the future or in the past. Isn't that fucking weird? The house wasn't haunted. They were haunting their own house by living there. Ain't that some shit? I'd rather do that without the psychedelics. As long as you can like keep a level head with the psychedelics and you understand what you're dealing with, then it's fine. It's like you feel like you're elevated, like you're floating, you know? But you got to be able to handle it. If it's like your first time taking psychedelics and you're like, and you have no perspective for what you're seeing or experiencing, you might freak yourself out. But it's all a head game. It's all up here. It's all up here, one man show. Chris Longfellow says, hello there, friend. Thanks for the help. Jack Stafford. Andrew Eterno, yeah, I wish I could have that mental fortitude to arrive there without psychedelics. Well, you could try, I mean, you don't know if you don't, man. You could try meditating. Like, what if you meditate every day? You start off meditating for a half hour, then you get up to an hour, and then all of a sudden you're meditating for 2 hours, 3 hours. You're like, I'm gonna try meditating for 6 hours today. You go for 6 hours, you turn into fucking Buddha. You just sit under a tree. You're like, I'm going for 6 hours, and your eyes open. They're glowing like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you're like, I get it now. You don't know because you haven't. Have you tried that? Have you? You know what I mean? Forget that I turned my coffee maker off for maintenance, hence the delay. And then the Dovahkiin healed himself be eating 47 cheese wheel in 18 seconds. Okay, good to see you again. I am scared of anything stronger than grass. Your inner thoughts and emotions affect your trip. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, that's the thing about psychedelics. Whatever you take into it is what you're gonna get out of it. If you are going into it with like if you're in a bad mood and a bad mindset and you're angry, don't do psychedelics. No. You need to love yourself. That sounds like retarded, but it's true. You need to be chill. You need to be in a good mood, in a good state of mind. Not thinking bitter shit you're bitter about or upset about, or no. You need to be in a good state of mind. You definitely get out of it what you take into it. Damn, forgot to pick the coffee beans today. I'm so glad my current house isn't haunted, but the last house I was at, the gate would close on its own apparently all the time. Maybe it was the wind. These entities don't care about you like you don't care about an ant. That's kind of true. There are some that care like the way some of us care about animals. We're like, dude, don't treat them like that. This thing has feelings. Stop it. You know, there are people that don't regard animals as having consciousness, even as having feelings, as having a memory and all that. But they do. You can tell. You can keep a record and go, oh, I am affecting this thing consciously. All right. Like you can tell that they have a heart and a soul and all that. But there are people who think that humans are just better than other living things. And that sense of ego detaches us from the natural world. And essentially, if you're like like people who come at that from a religious perspective, that perspective of being better than animals is like saying that you're better than the rest of God's creation. You know what I mean? No, like everything was created pretty equally. And maybe animals don't have the same level of consciousness, but they have consciousness. Their soul may not be as evolved or as advanced or whatever, but they've got a soul, man. You can see it in their eyes when they die, and when they look at you with love. But you can clearly see that some animals are way smarter than others. So I think it's not good to generalize, but it is also good to maintain that perspective, Erica, to maintain that perspective that you are small potatoes to something that exists beyond what you even perceive reality to be. My dad was stationed at White Sands Missile Base, top secret clearance. Scary stuff. Nice. Any beans you can spill? It's like not wind either. I call them guardians, and mine are very protective. I try to rein them in, but they still smack people around who's slight me. Call them what? What are we talking about, Elroy? Oh, like your guardian angels? You talking about your guardian angels? Or what? What guardians? I am retired funeral industry, I have lots of fun stories. The entire family died of tuberculosis in the late 1800s, and we're still here. There was never any maliciousness. Oh my God, I could talk to you for hours about White Sands. I was there a few times, military. We have a lot of it, even though we weren't supposed to take it. My dad would, my dad would tell me stories about the warehouse we worked, being haunted and boxes flying off shelves and shit. Everyone has those stories, and people pretend it's crazy talk. I know, right? How the fuck are people gonna pretend it's crazy talk when everyone has stories like that? You look around, most people have some kind of story like that. Roswell is a great visit too. I took the tour of the crash site. Have weird shaped rocks from there too. The rocks look like they were melted. Ooh, that's some heat right there. Wow, that's a trip. Yup. White sage is good for those houses. No worries after that. Oh, for the haunted ones? Jack Stafford. It's a very weird place. He was there well before I was born. I used to talk about it. Oh, he used to talk about it. Very odd. It's a very weird place. What, White Sands? Because of the work they do there is very strange, or like the place itself is strange? If the place itself is strange, can you guys elaborate on that a little bit? Aside from this weird brain thing that it does with the white sand. I specifically went back after being stationed as a kid. I think we talk about dozens of dishes out there the size of stadiums from the movies Contact and 2010. Dozens of dishes the size of stadiums? Like dish? Or like a bunch of dishes in an area the size of a stadium? Like a stadium size, that's crazy. Why are there two? Why didn't they just use the same one? Sounds amazing. True Jedi stuff. If I am going to have an encounter, I want to know that it isn't a trick of the drugs. I want to be sure it is real. That's the thing about psychedelics. If you're encountering something, it's real. If you're encountering like an entity, you can feel it. There's like seeing things, like let's say when there's texture to stuff and you see it kind of swimming in your vision, or you write and it ripples out like water, things like that you know aren't real, but also it kind of is real. You're seeing these bigger layers to reality when you're on psychedelics like that. You're seeing more than you normally see. So like I said, it's good to have someone with experience to guide you through that if you haven't yourself done it. I've had more experience with those compounds than I'd like to think about. Usually had out-of-body effects, but nothing like otherworldly contacts. You had out-of-body effects, one-man show? You know the potential of that? Why don't you do it again and be like, all right, let's do this out-of-body thing and see if I can go, let's say, for experiment's sake, under the pyramids or the Sphinx or something. And then you can be on the show and be like, okay, so I may have dreamed this, but... And then tell us what you see. Yeah, I always think of the scene in Empire Strikes Back where Luke asks Yoda, what's in the cave on Dagobah? And Yoda says, only what you take with you. Yep. That's pretty much what it's like doing hallucinogens, man. That's psychedelics. Oh, yeah, high psychedelics. Yeah. Better word for it. That sounds so fun and interesting. It could still go wrong even if you're in good mind frame. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why having somebody there with you or having experience is important, because you can get yourself back into the right mind frame. And you can have people that drag you out of it. But they're the people who can't stand having a mirror held up to them. Those people always have bad trips. If you meet someone who always has a bad trip on mushrooms, they're probably a dirtbag that is hiding that from people. Like if that's what I've encountered most of the time. It's people who are lying about things and like and not facing facts about their own life in reality. And the thing about hallucinogens and psychedelics is it brings all that stuff you're repressing and trying not to think about because it's hard to think about it, brings it all to the surface. And those people panic. They can't handle it, and they don't. They try to shut down, and they don't like being on that drug because of that. It forces them to analyze themselves. I can't wait to go back again. I want to do Billy the Kid Tour. Billy the Kid Tour? What? Most of America is going to legalize in 3 weeks. So I am bringing back the word grass, pot, and dope. So there's a bunch of states legalizing in 3 weeks? That's awesome. Knowing that mice have consciousness doesn't stop me from nuking them when they come into my house. Yeah, I hear you. I was killing rats too. Yeah. It did suck. It did hurt when I was like, once I started killing them, like killing the rats, sometimes they'd get stuck in the trap and they wouldn't die. And then I realized that like the little ones that get stuck in the trap and don't die, that I had to kill myself, those were kids. That fucked with me. That broke my heart a little. I was like, dude, this is sad, man. These are fucking kids. My 2 cats tell me it's fine to do that as long as I leave a couple for them. No one has ever publicly talked about it, but the entire area was haunted. Not just our house. We were behind the Exorcist house in Cottage City, MD. Son of a bitch. Maryland. I did a fucking report on Maryland in 5th grade. I have not seen it abbreviated, though, forever. In Maryland, most of the houses had paranormal activity. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. Yeah, rats carry disease, so they have to be taken out. Gordy Rose said, these entities they will also eat everything and make holes through your house. Gordy Rose said, these entities that we are summoning into the world at certain don't care about humans. I think entities we don't see are either good or evil. Gordy Rose? Who's Gordy Rose? These entities that we are summoning into the world at certain? What do you mean? What does that mean at certain? Like, what's she talking about? Who's summoning what entities? Could you elaborate on that? We are not at the top of the food chain. Some people are not right for psychedelics. They will freak out. Yeah, I've found that creatives are definitely right for it. Non-creatives might have a little more trouble. Yeah, some of those spirits help you. Animals are just like people: good, bad, stupid, intelligent. Yeah, they're like neurotic sometimes and try to protect you. Some of the spirits, yeah, some of the spirits are like that. But it's just like with humans. Sometimes you'll see a human trying to protect like a wild animal. You're like, dude, wild animal, just let it go. I would take more than 6 hours to become the Buddha. Yeah, it would. But I'm saying that you would build up to being able to meditate for 6 hours straight. That would take months, weeks, days, years, seconds. Radio astronomy dishes. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Wow, just a massive fucking dish. That's crazy. Yeah, when you're on psychedelics, it feels like you were never on them. As if you're aware of what was already there the whole time. Right? It's so weird, man. The very large array, a bunch of huge satellite dishes out in New Mexico desert, been in a few movies. Oh, that. Okay, yeah. Pics don't really show the scale. They are colossal, like each one a small stadium. No shit. Wait, but those aren't from movies. I thought those were... That's a legit array, though. That's a legit satellite thing that they use in movies. But it's really each of those motherfuckers is a stadium? Oh, shit. I never realized that. Okay, now I want to go. That sounds cool. Some animals have feelings, and some animals has almost human level intelligence, but some do not. Yes, absolutely. I wish I had a hubby. Wait. I wish I had a bubby here. I'd take the mushrooms in the fridge. Who wants to journey? I wish I had a bubby. Oh, a buddy. Stupid. I wish I had a buddy here. I'd take the mushrooms in the fridge. Who wants to journey? Bro, I'd be down. Sorry, we're so far away, man. I feel no need for drugs. The last few years have been very trippy and multidimensional. Nice, dude. That's fucking good. I've been through a few things since the last time I used. Think any new trials would be tainted. I don't know, man. I think if you come to a good place yourself before you do it, then you'll be all right. Hold on, let me. Hey, y'all watched Ron White tell about how one of the really powerful psychedelics freed him of alcoholism. He went to a clinic to do it. That's nuts. I have not heard Ron White talk about that. Which one? What did he take? Yeah, bad trips are anxiety caused by cognitive dissonance. That's wow. That's fucking amazing phrasing, Andrew. Anxiety caused by cognitive dissonance. Yeah, you can't have cognitive dissonance on psychedelics. It doesn't. You try to pull away and it follows, and you're like, no, I'm trying to dissonance, but it won't let you. Unwillingness to accept. Yeah, I saw glitter and rainbow colored butterflies on shrooms. It was amazing. Oh, that sounds awesome. That said, one of the reasons I started studying the occult was to protect myself for such things. Yeah, man, it's you gotta you gotta have a strong spirit, strong mind. Some animals are far smarter than some people too. Yeah, that's what annoys me. Like some people talk shit on animals, but then they're less capable. How is this dog more capable than this human? Like I have seen dogs look at humans like they're stupid. Like I've seen a dog look at, and then they look at like me and the other people. Like, is everyone else seeing this? And we're like, dude, yeah, this fucking. We're all watching this idiot. No, Tennessee is one of those states. Yes, guardian angels protect friends and relatives, whatever you call them. You hook up with ETEP yet? No, I'm not gonna get the chance. I don't think I'm gonna get the chance. I couldn't make it down there tonight because he hit me up to hang out tonight, but it was already out. By the time I got the message, I was like, it's kind of late. Like I'm not. It's hard to what's it called? I couldn't make it out there. I asked, when are you leaving? He says, tomorrow at 1. I was like, what the fuck? But I guess ETIP had to nurse a hangover or two, and so I understand. But yeah, we did. So next time he's out here, maybe, because I don't think I can make it out there for like a breakfast or something like that. So did y'all hear that Hagrid died? By the way, the actor who plays Hagrid died yesterday, the 14th. Jumping spiders must be multi-dimensional. So smart. Yeah, they are smart. They are crazy smart. Let me see. I'm reading some reactions to the thing. Wait, what? Ooh, badass. Anyways, closing that up. Dolphins and killer whales come to mind. I know a few local people who cry if the state goes legal. Why? Why would they care? Why, one man show? Why would they cry? CERN. I was being a snot and referring to really stupid people. Oh, okay, stupid autocorrect. Bubby, get in here. We're talking about shrooms tonight. Ron White did ayahuasca. Oh, nice, dude. I'd love to do ayahuasca. Ron White used ayahuasca. Where the hell can I go do some ayahuasca? Rub that head, slick that hair. Slick. This ain't slick. This is all fuzzy. Well, how you doing, Devil Flyer, by the way? Good to see you, man. Very large array in New Mexico. We used it in movie Contact. FYI. Yeah, no, I've seen it in movies. R.I.P. Robbie Coltrane. Yeah, man, Robbie Coltrane. Rest in peace. Ron White went on ayahuasca trip. Actually, a couple of them at ayahuasca resort. There is an ayahuasca resort. Like in the United States. When we visited New Mexico, we went to see the array, then went up to Carlsbad and watched the bats do their midnight cave exit. It was amazing. Oh, that sounds badass. Didn't hear about Robbie. He was great. Yeah, I heard that like not long before I went live, actually, like maybe 20 minutes before. I took an oral form of DMT once, but I forget what it was called. Actually, let me pull up the Robbie thing. Let me pull up the Robbie Coltrane. Pretty sure it's still trending. Johnny Depp will do it again. See Robbie. Oops. Let me pull this up. So rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane, Harry Potter actor who brought Hagrid to life. Fucking Hagrid was like such a sweetheart, big part of everyone's lives. 72 years old. Holy shit. Yeah, so dies at 72. Man, I took an oral form of DMT once, but I forget what it was called. It was 3 months. It was 3 mo or like 3 mino. I wish I could remember. Oral form of DMT. Do you usually smoke DMT? Or is it like a... Are you saying it was like acid, like a droplet? Whoop. Let's lower that mouth sensitivity there down to 1200. There we go. A few times I've had to unlived mice. I've had to unlived mice that were stuck in mouse traps. I sacrificed them to my gods, but understood I only unlived them because they were going to die anyway. I had one, like, bro, I hated that shit. But I would smeagol them. I would grab them by the tail and I'd smash them against the cement. I'd take the trap outside when they were like, you know, you could tell their arms broken or whatever. They're stuck. But like, and then, yeah, dude, it sucks. One time, a motherfucker got away. He could tell what was going to happen. It was before I realized I had to put my hand through the bag, like when you're grabbing dog poop, you know, and grab its tail. I had to grab its tail first. I tried dropping it into the bag from the trap. This motherfucker straight whoosh. As soon as I let go of the trap, he jumped out. He went flying. It was fucking awesome. I said, you earned the rest of your days. You earned that shit. I don't like unliving things with bones. Yeah, I don't either. Thousands of bats exiting the cave all at once. It is awesome. I use those sticky traps to make them into the bush miles away. Take them into the bush miles away. Oh, I use those sticky traps to take them in the bush. Oh, you mean the rats? I don't have... There's no wild for me to take them to. You know what I mean? There's nowhere to go. Stephen Fry is dead? Stephen Fry? I didn't say Stephen Fry. There was a place here in Florida that administers ayahuasca. I don't know if it's still here. Huh. Lots of celebs are dying these days. That would break my heart if I had a heart left to break. I just thought, fuck you, time. I need more time. You got to elevate yourself. If you vibrate at a higher level, bro, then time will pass slower for you. You'll live longer. What's up, Ashley Lynn? How you doing, sweetheart? But yeah, man, that's the thing about time. It's the more density. That's why like time flows more slowly the closer you are to mass. You know, like you get close to mass, and it pulls on space time in such a way that time flows slower. But time itself doesn't flow at the same rate. So I use live traps and take mice to a sanctuary at the edge of my property. But you're still leaving them at the edge of your property. Mice, not rats. The wild is getting further away. Now about 2 kilometers. More house estates going in. Oh, that's right. 5-MeO DMT is just DMT. I wish I could remember the plant that I took. It wasn't ayahuasca, but similar. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know what other plant like what's it called, remedies or medicines, things like that. Like ayahuasca. I don't know about alternatives to ayahuasca. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for Peru, Mexico, Spain, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Portugal, Mexico, Ecuador, Portugal, Costa Rica, and the Netherlands. Ecuador, Peru, Costa Rica, Peru. Okay, one of the questions is specifically, where can I do ayahuasca in California? Let me see. Ayahuasca ceremonies in the U.S. exist on a. I'm just gonna share this. So, ayahuasca ceremonies in the U.S. exist on a spectrum from allowed to outlawed. Along that spectrum lies the churches of Santo Daime, which are a blend of Catholicism, Native Amazonian rainforest rituals, and Afro-Caribbean animism. Branches of Santo Daime in Oregon, California, Massachusetts, and Washington have explicit permission to use ayahuasca within their religious services. Nevertheless, using ayahuasca in California still runs the risk of violating specific laws and regulations, so it's extremely important you do your research prior to participating. Some ayahuasca retreats can run as little as $500 to $600, while others cost several $1,000s for more upscale lodging and amenities. What are the benefits of doing ayahuasca? Helps with PTSD, paves the way to retrieve, reprogram repressed memories, etc. Increase capacity of mindfulness. Improve the regulation of emotions. Reduce stress and depression almost immediately. Protect and restore certain parts of the brain. Sounds like a lot of good stuff. So, let me see what else I found in here. Let me see if there's anything in Vegas. Huh, what are these places? Got no website? Website. Cool. So I guess so anyone that is interested in ayahuasca, since it's like a multi-day thing, it's under the umbrella of like a spiritual practice. So yeah, you need to look under the right conditions, in the right place, in the right circumstance, etc. Yep, you can do ayahuasca here in the States. That's right. Oh yeah. Don't scare a man like that, Vancouver. The only time I have to deal with mice is when the loggers come through. Drives the mice straight in here. I use those no-kill traps and put them back in the woods. Oh, Kentucky has a shroom place. That's cool. I'm sure the local mice tell wandering mice looking at my house, don't go there, it's Thunderdome. House mice are smelly, but the native marsupial mice are so cute. Had one in the mountain cabin. There was a whole article on shrooms in our local paper. No shit. How much do I take to hallucinate? Much love, Kai. Rex Racer. Nice. I love Speed Racer, man. Much love, Kai, in chat. I think y'all was talking about salvia. That's a powerful plant. Salvia. Thank you, Rex Racer. Dude, that's a bitchin' car. What is even going on in that image? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your tires are all fucking crazy. You're off-roading and shit, huh? That looks dope, man. Love the name, by the way. Be ready to vomit on Aya. If you have cats that are good ratters, you never have to kill them yourself. Yeah, the rats won't even come into the house. Oh, nope, fuck that. There's a cat in there. There's a retreat in Orange County, Florida for ayahuasca. I keep spelling it this wrong. Thanks, bro. She's flexing. My cats are a little odd when it comes to mice. One only eats the hind legs. The other will chase them until their hearts give out. That's funny. One will only eat the hind legs. That's weird. Then again, I guess it's like, no, it makes sense. It's minimum effort. You get a lot of muscle and a lot of meat. And then the interior, the body has all those organs and shit, you know? Cat doesn't want to sift through all that stuff. She just wants the muscle from the legs. Like, okay, done. And then get the shit out of here. You know? You hear the Smokies, in the Smokies, there's wild marijuana and some great shrooms once you get deep in, away from the tourist areas. Ooh, thank you, Arlene. I will hit you up if I ever go down in that area. Don't have to worry about entrails. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know you're done on Aya because your stomach will throw it up after a trip. Oh, really? Is that how it works? Like, when you're done, you'll throw up? Puking and atomic diarrhea, not my idea of a fun trip. Well, I mean, you don't do that during the trip. An atomic diarrhea, is that a thing too? Is that what happens after ayahuasca? Do you take ayahuasca, have a life-changing experience, and then puke and shit yourself at the same time? That might be worth it. Imagine decades of turmoil, of pain, of just like burden on your shoulders. You take one ayahuasca trip, it's all gone. And then you just puke and shit yourself. And you're like, well, I've done that before. So small price to pay. But, you know, thankfully, I do not have any puking or atomic diarrhea clips. Lucky all of us. So I guess I'll play this.
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
What?
You fucking cockfucker? What the fuck you think you're doing?
Sneezing.
Fucking filthy, dirty fucking cockfucker.
Oh, I love that guy. Fucking dirty, filthy cockfucker. They're very neat about the whole process. The chaser usually brings the corpse to my attention once it has finished playing around. The chaser usually... Oh, okay. Oh, so the cat's like, oh, hey, got another one. That's nice that they're very neat about it. I mean, trips are always a bit uncomfortable, even when great. Yeah, true, uncomfortable. Yeah, no matter what you're doing, if you're tripping on psychedelics, there's always some level of discomfort. But the thing about psychedelics is it allows you to dive deep into your brain, into your mind, into your consciousness, into who you are, into why you do things and say things, into how things affect you and why they affect you. And you're in that state of mind that you're just honest with yourself. And things that happen in the past are just as real in the moment while you're like, yeah, I was a jerk. Like I fucked that one up, or whatever the hell your revelation is. If you are bipolar, you cannot take ayahuasca. Why? Some people are demons, others aliens, others elves. Some experience nothing. Oh, some people see demons, others aliens, others elves. Some experience nothing. Yeah, the experience nothing is weird. But I know usually people see something. That one doesn't get old at all. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, for sure, for sure. Clean up in aisle 2. Cats are furry demons playing with their food. Get that adrenochrome going. My cats are supposed to be like the guardians of from the guard. They're supposed to guard people from like spirits, right? From like the spirit realm or whatever. My cats love crunching on the rat's head. They would catch him in my garden. Oof. Enzyme missing from cat food, so they need to have live prey. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Kai sent you the Rogan Ron White video on the ayahuasca retreat. Sweet, man. Oh, what? Thank you. Thank you, Arlene. I am going to check the Twitter. What is that? The fuck is this? Hold on. Give me a second. I'm investigating something here. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. I see. This is a thing. But why? I don't understand this hashtag. There is a KK Kate hashtag. Like Kate from the one that's married to Prince William, but with 2 more K's in front of it, you know what I mean? I don't get it, but then it says has always been jealous of Meghan Markle, so she copies her every move whilst vilifying her. Or what is this? Was Yacht Girl promoted? There's no shame in that. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. I'm missing whatever the fuck is going on here. I'm here for a message. Hey, Parrot had sent me something too. Bro, I love it. I love it. Hold on. I'm going to share this real quick. Thank you. Thank you, Parrothead. Your shirt says tap out in UFC, but your body says cook out in KFC. That's fucking funny, dude. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, you probably sent it on Instagram. Switching platforms. Boop. All right. Okay, I'm not watching this though. I can't play this right now because it's Joe Rogan. I mean, I guess I could EFAP it, but
well, do you want me to tell you about the ayahuasca experience?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you remember?
Damn, he looks different. Hold on.
Well,
look at Ron White. He looks different. That's nuts.
You know, I remember how I found out about it, which is weird.
Okay, hold on. Let's come back to that. Maybe. Kai, it's up to you. Thanks so much, Chris Longfellow. So happy to be here. Really, I'm enjoying this discussion. Oh, sweet. I'm glad. If you're bipolar, you will have an awful time on ayahuasca. They don't allow you to take it. It's a bad trip for bipolars. No shit. I didn't know that. That's, I mean, what? Why? That's nuts. Dutch Since predicting an 8.0 earthquake. We'll check it out after the chat. Predicting an 8.0 earthquake where? Because I guess I don't live as close to the Ring of Fire as I did. I mean, I'm next to it, but I'm not on it. like Kate. German quake. 8.0 in Germany? That smells. EFAP the fuck out of this.
Weird, because it was a friend of mine's wife, but I'd heard that ayahuasca word before, and I'd.
Okay, so he's talking about ayahuasca here. I don't know how much I should skip ahead. Let me see the. Looks like that's rewatched, and that over here. Let's just watch it.
So I knew a very, very little bit about it. So then I started kind of researching it.
Okay, so you didn't know what the fuck's going on first.
For a long time, you had to get on a canoe, and go down and find a corrugated tin shack and sleep on a dead floor. And so the part of a JW.
Okay, that's that. I mean, that wasn't that long ago that it was like that. That's what you had to do. Kate telling Megan stop lying. Oh, okay. Weird. The no bipolar trip makes sense. How would you prevent the negative and dark from affecting the trip? Yeah, that makes sense. I guess if you have no control over that, but that's the thing that it I know some things are like anxiety, for example. It's one of those things that you can have anxiety and go into a trip and then it gets rid of that for you. It's gone. Bipolar apparently works different.
Marriott Beach Resort. Well, he bought their overflow area, which was not on the beach, but in the jungle with a big fence. Fucking howler monkeys, the most used to be. JW Marriott Beach Resort. Well, he bought their overflow area, which was he had money, and he said he bought part of a JW Marriott Beach Resort. Well, he bought their overflow area. Howler monkey must just hate it. Can you tone it down a little bit? How?
So, okay. So he bought the overflow area of a beach resort for his resort. So it's already set up as like a resort area. That's perfect. Doesn't have to do no work.
How? So I thought, well, I'll sign up for that. And
okay, I don't want to watch this whole thing. This is 15 minutes. This is too long. This is too long for him to describe something very simple. See what's here in the middle.
And I did mine, and I just talked to him like he's a regular person. And I said, so what do you do? And he says, well, outside there was a bunch of hammocks. It was beautiful space. Really couldn't have been any better. And hammocks all around. He says, go.
See, he hasn't even gotten to where he's taking the drugs yet. We're almost halfway through.
Go out there and sit in a hammock and going onto it. And then I opened my mouth, and the entire forest poured into it. And I'm like, that's probably the signal right there that it's time to go in. I think I get it.
All right, so yeah, y'all can check that out if you want. Just look up Wrong White's ayahuasca experience on the Joe Rogan. Like, I'm not watching that. He's just talking too much and not giving us enough information for me to give a shit. Early Saturday. Oh, monograph. That was hours ago. Man, there's getting all kinds of shit over here. Alerts. All right. What's it called? But yeah, it's I think we got a little bit off topic here, but we started talking about other stuff. We were talking, I guess not really. Ayahuasca's still in the same vein. You know what I mean? It's dealing with consciousness. It's dealing with connecting to reality around you and all this. So yeah, it all ties together in the end, really. And that's kind of what you learn from doing psychedelics. So make sure you're only on the North Pole to stop the bipolar. If only it was that easy. Watch at 8x speed. Nah. Pigs everywhere. Kai at 2.0 times speed is trippy. Is it because I move around so much? Ham hocks everywhere. Okay, so me playing this clip is kind of mean right now, and I know it. Okay, just so y'all know, and don't scold me. I know what I'm doing. Bipolar is an awful word for it. Safe to say, nobody's on ayahuasca there. Very safe to say. Would you guys like to try ayahuasca sometime? Like, does that sound fun to y'all? I'm down for it. Would y'all be down? Like, would you do it if you had the chance? If you had a few $1,000s extra to throw around, and someone was like, "Oh, hey, there's like an ayahuasca thing right here." Oh, really? Would you jump in and do it? Ooh, awesome one. It's not about the idea. Nope, he says. So you wouldn't throw down some ayahuasca? Arlene says no also. What? Arlene? I thought you'd be about it. Talk about luck. They should go play the lottery. That's true. That's true. Most people have bad trips on it. On what, ayahuasca? Well, the thing is, if it's forcing you to face your demons and all this stuff, like, a lot of people don't, a lot of people when they do mushrooms and acid and stuff, like, let's say if Ron White had done that stuff before, I don't know if he has or hasn't, but a lot of people don't go into it with like a spiritual intent. They don't go into it with an intent to work on themselves or to think about life in the universe. No, they don't do that. They just go into it going, "Oh my God, bro. What? Oh, it's like I could touch you." Not for me. I will stick with mushrooms. My mother encouraged me to try new things. If I had throwaway cash, I'd consider it. One man show, my man. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine taking something like that for the first time at 40 or something. How old did Ron White look to you in that video? Did he look under 40? Andrew? I'd wreck you. Oh, it'd wreck you. You don't know that. It didn't. He was fine. In fact, it helped. It cured his alcoholism. They go into it and still have bad trips. Who goes into it? Like anyone? 65? Seen that Ron White thing the day it came out. Yeah, I didn't know about that with Ron White. It's good for him, man. Sobriety aged Ron. Well, he looks more like put together, though. Maybe he's aged naturally, but he looks more put together. He looks cleaner. Because also think about how long he's been, like, not necessarily in the spotlight. It's been a few years. He's been getting older. He looked older than old, man, Kai. Yeah, I just mean for some. Yeah, it's another thing about it is, like, sometimes when you're drunk all the time, you don't give a shit. Once you start giving a shit, yeah, it stresses you out a little more. Yeah, and also you're kind of maybe not used to dealing with stress because you're always drunk. So yeah, you're going through life and it just kind of feels like you're doing this. watching that little girl eat shit. It's so funny. Every time it does not get old. And then her grandma has to walk through all the broken shit that she's been taking care of for decades. Hilarious. Your granddaughter's an idiot. But he also lost a bunch of weight, and that tends to make people look older. That too, because it shrivels you up a little bit. She keep fucking up half-assed roof. Just jump. What are you talking about, Elroy? Drunk Kai avatar. There's no drunk Kai avatar. The closest thing you've got is this guy here. Wah! That guy's on drugs all the time. I don't know about being drunk. Then again, if you want to see Drunk Kai, he's going to be on Shenanigans tomorrow with Mary Mayhem. So go check that one out. That's true, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Shenanigans tomorrow. See, I told you I'm not a freaking liar. I didn't say you were. But he also lost a bunch of weight. Oh, yeah. Drunk Kai Avatar. Why isn't this? I see messages. Why isn't it popping up for me? Taking forever. Jesus. Don't need ayahuasca. Already enlightened mostly. Good. Good news. Good. That's good, Elroy. Kick ass, man. Kai, please know I am a chick. Excuse the 70s porn name. Married name. You are an extremely handsome young man. Thank you. Thank you, Chris Longfellow. I was naturally assuming you're a fellow. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're so kind. 63 soon. Still no wrinkles. Yeah. If only the hair wasn't gray. You know, like looking like a wizard? Or like Pai Mei from Kill Bill? With his beard? His big white beard? Yeah. Is that the character that lost his butt? What? Who lost his butt? Hey, awesome. What are you doing? I, too, am a chick. Chick. As a magnet. As in magnet. Ah. Yeah, okay. See, that's the thing about when you say that is that you're revealing that, you know what I mean? You're putting your cards on the table, buddy. Mario lost his butt. Oh, yeah, you're right. Is that the character that lost his butt? Hold on, where's the... It is not lost. I get taken out of drugs. You know, some people some money, so I sold some of my ass. It's not a big deal. I'll be back, okay? How about that? Okay, I guess he didn't lose his ass. He sold it because he owed some loan sharks money because he takes a lot of drugs. You know, once you put the dots together, you realize everything makes sense. I wanted to do ayahuasca scenes. I heard of it 15 years ago. I used to study Terrence McKenna in my 20s. Oh, nice, dude. Wanted to do ayahuasca, so you never did and don't want to anymore? Oh, wow, that's a great Chris Pratt impression. Thank you. Saw a new meme. Mario Carditis. That's fucking funny, dude. Snack eater. Good night, delights. Oh, you're going to bed, Erica? Mwah. Buenas noches. Sleep tight. Always a pleasure. You have an amazing weekend. I'll see you Monday. Mad Barber Mario meme was awful. What? What Mad Barber Mario meme? I don't even know what you're talking about. I actually don't know what you're talking about. Huh. But yeah, did anyone have any questions about consciousness or does anyone here experience deja vu or anything like that? Because I know it can be a little hard to, sometimes you don't understand how this is happening. Like, how am I able to predict what's going to happen? This is weird. This is really, like, I predicted this was going to happen and I took action and it happened. But really, like, it's all of consciousness is a wave, and you've got a transceiver that can receive a little more. And yeah, when you focus on those things, when you realize these things about time and about consciousness, and you realize that things are not connected the way they are, things are connected, but they're not reliant on the physical world the way that we think they are, then we can start to really harness these abilities and discover the potential there. So Mario Kartitis is funny as fuck. Is that the one you're talking about, Awesome One? I think that's fucking funny. God bless Wide Tom and his house of beans. I am currently conscious. Night, Erica. Mary is a sweet lady. Yeah, Mary is a freaking doll. But I'm gonna be. Mary is actually the reason Old Man Kai exists. Because I was on Shenanigans, and the Wheel of Accents picked me, and the accent I got was old man. I said, all right, let me find an old man picture. I found an old man picture, and then I was born in a moment. I was born and I had always existed. I am a paradox. I am old, but I am young. I'm like that stupid Brad Pitt movie, but better, because I'm a smartass and Brad Pitt was kind of a punk ass. I'll always pick a smartass over a punk ass. Another odd moment. I just realized that I don't have weekend plans now. Oh, cool, man. Time to watch some anime. Matt does a Mario voice over of the trailer. Oh, okay. Open front door once. Had that deja vu feeling so strong. Deja vu is fairly common. One time stands out, though. Was 17 and we went to Lincoln, NE, wherever the fuck that is. I'm sorry. Anyway, for the first time, I knew my way around inside of some really old buildings as if I had been there before. Ooh, that's not deja vu, Arlene. That's not deja vu. That's something else. That maybe that's a past life kind of a thing. Because what you described there, Nebraska, thank you. I forget about this. Nebraska. So yeah, that could have been like a past life recollection. Like you could be recalling events from a past life that you're like, I've been here. I've been in this building. Maybe you helped build that building. Maybe you lived in that building. Maybe you worked in that building. You know, once you start digging into history, you start realizing, hey, some of these buildings that we have, some of these historic buildings that we have here, they were built when there was no one out here. It was like a tiny little population. They had no roads, but they have this elaborate building. That doesn't make sense. Remember the Old West, how they had all these half-built wooden fucking fronts and towns and shit? Oh, but at the same time, they were building these huge, elaborate mansions and buildings with Roman pillars and elaborate statues. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, what is when you dream something and then it happens? That's not deja vu. Yeah, it's not deja vu. That's premonition. That's seeing what happens before it happens. And that's why some people don't think that's possible, though, but it is entirely possible. It's just that it's not possible within the realms of what science tells us, of how science tells us things work. And science has no grasp on consciousness. I had my first TikTok dream last night. Ugh. What do you mean your first TikTok dream? If you use TikTok to the point where you're having dreams, you need to do something else with your life, man. Of late, it has been, what does she want to do today, and what can I fit into that? That's true. Yeah, good point, One Man Show. It's like you have your weekends back now. Lincoln, Nebraska was the dividing line for the West and East United States. Chris Longfellow, nice try. This is the internet. We all dudes here on the interwebs. Girl means guy in real life. The furthest point thought to be habitable at the time. Oh, crazy. I'm having Kaija view. Nice try, Man Ray says. Nice to Chris Longfellow. Nice try. This is the internet. Oh, wait, what?
I already read that. You must have sent it again. Media says men can be women. So does that mean that if a dude likes women, that he is a lesbian? Well, see, the thing is that there's an old rule on the internet that there are no women on the internet. It says there are no females on the internet. It's all dudes. Everyone's a dude. They say they're a woman, they're a liar. Media needs therapy. Resisting the urge to cheer like a Kermit. I don't know. I have terrible Kermit impression. How can I celebrate with you? Let me see. Let's celebrate.
Today we have my son and we are doing the emoji challenge. Today I'm doing whipped cream.
I don't use TikTok, but my mom uses Facebook version of TikTok. Oh, okay. That's lame. I have deja vu at least 4 times a year. That's pretty good, man, Ray. Yo, try to focus on that. Try to focus your energy. Try to do it on purpose. Think at night, like that you want to see what's going to happen tomorrow or something. Hey, that's a good fucking idea. Old Man Kai sounds like Grandpa Tex. I'm not familiar with Grandpa Tex. It's actually amazing how you can pretty much tell if someone is male or female just by the cadence of their speech on the internet. That's true, actually. Yeah. You can tell. Az was caught in his love of a woman only to have it revealed it was a dude. What? What do you mean? Az got catfished? He was into a girl that was a guy? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, but the mad kid clip is just stupid to me. That kid was on Aya. All right. How about this one man show? Congratulations on having the weekend back. Make it a good one, buddy. Don't do this. I have chips now. I was feeling snacky. No worries, Kai. I'm not much of a dribbler either. Poor kid misses the same shot every time. Yeah, Arlene, you seem female. If you're male, you're damn good at it. I'm a Chick-fil-A. Huh? I'm confused. But yeah, man, that kid. I kind of like... You know what's funny? I kind of want to see that kid now. I know that's an old clip. But I'm like, bro, like, you're on the internet doing that. Like, I want to see him at 12. Like, let's do it again. And then see him make it this time. Can you guys hear the chips? I don't usually eat chips. I don't usually have chips, actually. Usually I go with chocolate. You know what I mean? Usually I have chocolate snacks or cookies. I have chips. I was trying to make a joke, but I failed. Sorry. Yeah, it happens, man. But you know what? You never make good jokes if you don't try, and inadvertently make some bad ones. I just don't comprehend it. That's a good way of looking at it. Next time someone says that wasn't funny, I say you just didn't comprehend it. Like, no, I got it. I'm like, no, you didn't. Today I have soft caramels coated in dark chocolate with light sprinkling of sea. You son of a bitch. God, fuck you, one man show. That sounds so good. Damn it. How I want that. Man, you just ain't comprehensive enough. Did better than most female comedians. Good job. Damn. Okay, now it got brutal. All this conversation about like you can tell men and women on the internet. It's like women aren't funny. Oh my god. Where's
well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
So yeah, I don't know. Does anyone what do y'all think about consciousness and time and all the stuff I was talking about? Do you have any questions about that? Has anyone got any questions? Usually when I start talking about this stuff, people will go, wait, what? And I have to repeat myself. Like people usually have questions, you know what I mean? My jokes fall down a flight of stairs and broke its neck. Wait, I have a clip for that. We have a clip of your joke. Where is it? There it is. I got the joke, man, Ray. I don't really want to look at the weekend as regained freedom. I always had that. I just chose to fill that time in a different way. I watched Halloween Ends. Not doing that again anytime soon. Yeah, that's a waste. Good morning, Tina. And I like where your head is at one, Michelle. That's a good perspective to maintain. No questions. The subject baffles me. You're such a massive unknown. You know, I get so big I don't even have questions. Because like think about that. Think about how accessible that makes time travel. Also, the mathematical equations for time work in both directions. It's not a one-way street. You can do math going backwards in time, and it's like, yep, that works. So what's separating now from before or from the future? We potentially could travel through time willy-nilly. I don't know what effects that would have, if that would create different realities and a multiverse and shit. But theoretically, that's kind of where it puts that. One theory is our spirit is God's spirit, and age is only a thing the body experiences, as our spirit is eternal. Yeah. Essentially, coming from an eighth, so for my whole in eighth grade, I'm atheist, and then I went from there. I dropped all the religion stuff. So coming from that perspective, I associated the word God to an overarching consciousness that permeates all of reality, every living thing, every non-living thing, from which everything arises. Everything arises from that consciousness. So everything in the world is a little bit of that consciousness. So in that way, yeah, our spirit goes on. Like I was saying earlier, our consciousness isn't come from our brain. Our brain is like an anchor for it. So like it keeps us attached here. But once we die, that consciousness just goes on. Our body's dead. We go, oh, well, that was fun. It's like Rick and Morty with that game. Were they Ron? Was it what's the game? Morty life game. Roy Roy, a life well lived. It's like Roy, you know? And so, yeah, the spirit goes on, your consciousness moves on, and your body ages, but we're coming to realize that different things affect the way we age differently. So you can actually age slower. Rise just our consciousness pursuit of experience. Yeah, it does feel that way. Like there's something great and pure inside trying to rejoin itself. God, good description, Kai. Thank you, awesome one. Been telling us for decades we cannot travel faster than light. Last few years, they keep coming up with methods of faster space travel. Chalks away soon. Roy Rogers, good chicken. Yeah, being really cold slows down aging. Well, also, like, well, there's stories, let's say. There's stories. For example, there's this Chinese guy that died in the early 1900s. But according to locals of his town, that guy was 250, 300, some shit years old. That guy was over 300 years old. And he has his birth certificate was only 100 and something years old. But before that, they didn't have birth certificates. So he only got one because they started doing that. Actually, I don't know how old it was, but it wasn't as old as they said he was. He was supposedly 200 to 300 years old, and all the locals were like, "Yep, I remember that guy when I was a kid. He's still alive." That was like, this motherfucker lived that long. So, and supposedly, according to like the everything, Thoth Hermes Trismegistus, Trismegistus, right? Trismegistus. Her fucking Thoth lived for like 3,000 years, or at least he ruled Egypt for 3,000 years, I think. But yeah, he lived for like thousands of years. And Noah, who built the ark, also lived for thousands of years. I think it took him, or hundreds of years at least. It took him like 900 years to build the ark, supposedly. So if we're seeing now, correlations between the Bible and like cataclysms that have happened, volcanoes erupting, the actual flood was a real thing, other things like that. How much stock is there to some of this shit? One of the side effects of the strokes is I also don't think it took him 900 years to build the fucking boat. I don't think the boat was that big. One of the side effects of the strokes is my concept of time is completely different. There is no traditional time for me now. I can be in 20 years ago or tomorrow. I never know what is going on. That sounds awesome and shitty, Arlene. I'm really sorry about that. Or congratulations. I'm not really sure which way to throw it at you, but I imagine that could be a benefit in some way. Just something simple like cold activates your cells repair response or something. That's true. Fasting also prompts your cells repair response. Fasting for 12 hours, fasting for 3 days, your body starts to, or fasting for 24 hours, and then fasting for 3 days puts your cells into like a hyper fixing mode. Going fast slows down aging. True, yeah. Very interesting, Arlene. Yeah, aging. Going fast and being high up also slows down aging because it's time dilation. Body parts can reattach if not kept apart for too long. Yeah, dude, that's fucking wild. I'm still working on my study of the occult and the arcane. Ask me the time questions in at least 5 years. Bro, you're going to have to step it up. Learn faster. Live on the top floor if you want to stay young. 250 years for Ark. Methuselah died at 960 or so. Methuselah died at 960 or so. Okay. Methuselah is a proper noun, by the way. Capital M. Methuselah was Noah's grandfather, if I recall correctly, right? Or I thought it was his dad, but I'm pretty sure it's his grandfather. Correct me if I'm wrong. White powder, monatomic gold, youth drug. White powder, monatomic gold. Monatomic gold. You mean single atom gold? What? It is an adventure for sure. I wake up from a nap and don't know how old I am. Takes a little while for me to figure it out. Oh, man. That is an adventure. Keep trying to fast, but the wife keeps feeding me. Wow, that makes sense. Sometimes I wake up and feel stuck in the past or something. Forgot how many years have passed. Actually, 120 years to build. Okay. So I know it took a minute. But yeah, 960. That's where the 900 came from. I was like, I know someone lived to like 900 or whatever. Methuselah. I mean, bro, you can't knock out 40 more years and make it a nice even 1,000? Methuselah. What's funny is I remember the name Methuselah. I remember popped into my head one day when I was trying to think of something. I was like, I was like, I was like trying to think of like a biblical name, and that name popped into my head. I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure that's a bit that's one of those that's from the Bible. And I went looking, and there it was. Son of a bitch. See, not sure how I'd feel if I woke up and started getting dressed for school. That would be weird. Gopher wood trees take a long time to grow. Most trees do. What's it called? What's funny is the trees that grow quickly. There's this tree from Australia that somebody brought over to California and started with intent to use it for building material because they grow fast. They grow big and they grow fast. But they were deemed not good wood for building because it wasn't strong enough. So they used the trees to block the wind to make wind walls. Farmers started using them so you'll drive down some highways and you'll see just trees. But yeah, dude. That's funny about the trees. So the ones that grow fast don't have strong wood. The ones that grow slow, their wood is strong. You use it for building. I do still have nightmares that I'm late for college class and the professor drops me. Methuselah died at 969 years. Then the flood came. Oh, okay. That's why Methuselah was like, yo, I'm not dealing with this shit. 969. It's a nice divine number. 9s and 6s all around. I dream I'm in school as an adult and wonder why I'm there. Huh. I'm sure there's some kind of meaning there. My college nightmares usually involve the instructor saying, and just what are you willing to do to make up that missing work? Yeah. And then your hot college instructor says, everybody leave the room except one man show. And then like, that's when the dream goes up a notch. Yeah. Bow chicka bow wow. Good dreams, one man show. I approve. Man Array of Hope says, have you tried seducing the professor to get good grades? Yeah, true. You can't do that in high school, but you can do it in college. But no, then they get in big trouble, and you don't want to do that. The professor puts nuts in his cookies. I think you were talking to One Man Show. I was, as his teacher. His hot teacher in his college nightmares or his college dreams, whatever. What are you willing to do to make up that missing work, One Man Show? She's got these long nails. She's all done up all pretty. Got glasses. She got the librarian look going. Hair in a bun. Sensei Cookie Kai. I wish I had cookies. I wish I had cookies. I think it might be about time to wrap up the stream, y'all. See it on a grainy 70s reel. And truth, I never missed work in any class. I left it out on purpose. All right, y'all. It's been fun. Yeah, if y'all have any more questions about this stuff, we can talk about it on another night. We start talking about like free energy or hidden technology and history, stuff like that. I think I'll try to do that. Just Freaky Fridays. On Friday, we'll talk about this stuff. If your high school teacher is Coach White, you have to fight him off. Then worry, he will fail you. All right, y'all. It's time to call it a night. It's time to say buenos nachos to everybody. Much love, hugs, and kisses. And in case you missed the clip I played at the beginning of the stream, I'm going to run through it one more time just for funsies.
Guns don't kill anybody. They just don't. Look at this. This gun's been sitting here for how long and hasn't killed anything. It's not even scary. Uh-oh, it's black.
Monatomic gold. I'll try to remember to look that up. All right, good night, everybody. Hugs and kisses all around. Everyone have a kick-ass weekend. I will see you on Monday. Thank you, Rex Racer. I'll catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. See ya.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there. Engage.